Greetings out there in YouTube land. This is Morris Man. As always, I thank you for coming to my channel. I'm going to entitle this one Reading Between the Lines Part 4, January the 4th, 2020. And apparently I'm going to be doing a series of these types of videos where I discuss, I guess, the sourness, if that's a word, of these business deals on Reverb and eBay. You know, the problem, should I say, better choice of words, the problem I'm running into. The majority of these people that are selling items, they're not musicians, they can't answer simple questions, and just instead of being upfront and say, hey, I don't know anything about the guitar, but I have one that I want to sell, you know. So I just did one today, and I just inquired about something a few moments ago on Reverb, and the majority of these are sellers on Reverb, that I thought it'd be a good idea to post this one too, because this one's pretty interesting also. I seen the sound module, and for those who don't know what a sound module is, that are not keyboard players, they're just guitar players, sound modules are hardware that inside of these sound modules they have sound patches, sounds, and you hook these sound modules up to your keyboard via MIDI. You got a cord, and you put one cord into the keyboard, one into the module, and when you do that, you can trigger the sounds that are in the module onto the keyboard. So someone was selling one, and actually I had the keyboard version of this one years ago. You know, the keyboard version was the D5, and the rack mount version is I think it's the Roland, I forgot, U10, U110 or something like that. And so somebody had, you know, because they're going pretty cheap now, since everybody's doing computer USB types of music software, and they're not really using the physical hardware anymore. So, you know, they're going pretty cheap because they're old now, like 20, 30 years old now. So I seen that and I said, man, it'd be nice to kind of have that for that price, because the going price is about $100 for them. So somebody wanted 75, and they put into the description, and I appreciate this, they said, I got this from an inheritance, so someone gave it to them. And before I even go into this, I'm going to make this statement about that statement I just made. Someone gave it to them, which means that anything they get from that sale is a profit. Even if it's $1, it's $1 more than you had, and now you got $1 more to spend. Now, most of us musicians, we buy equipment. You know, say for instance, I'm looking at this keyboard right here. Let's say, just for the sake of this discussion, I paid $250 for it 3 years ago. So of course everything depreciates. Most things, some things actually go up in value because they become rare. So it depreciates. So now maybe I can get $200 for it when I pay $250. You know, so something's better than nothing, but you're not going to get as much as you paid for. But when someone gives you something to sell, you know, that's 100% profit. Again, whether it's $1 or $50. So the person wanted 75. I'm like, okay, that's not bad. And the shipping was 15, because where it's being shipped from, my state is right next door to this state. Matter of fact, I can get in my car right now and get into that state in a matter of 20, 30 minutes, if not quicker. You know, that's how close this state is to me. So they wanted $15 shipping and handling. So they had pictures of the item, and then they had a video, which is cool, because sometimes now on YouTube or Reverb, people attach videos that they've done on this particular instrument or demo on YouTube. So I was like, that's great. So I love watching the video, and the person in the video was, you know, testing out the module. And at the beginning of the video, they showed a sound card for that module, because that module can take up to 4 sound cards at once. So they showed the sound card, then they start playing the keyboard, and the sound module, or should I say the sound card that they showed, corresponds with the sounds that they were playing, which lead me to believe, and it's a safe assumption, that those sounds are coming from that card. They showed 2 cards in the video. So my reply to them was, so does the 2 cards come with the module? Because it's in the video that's attached to the auction description, but there's no mention of the sound cards in the description. So I need to clarify that. Are they coming with it? Because again, in the video, the demonstration that someone's showing me, they showing 2 cards. So I was told, no, they're not. I'm like, okay, because I'm a little confused. Why would you have a video of this unit and you showing cards and you're playing sounds from the card? And I immediately understood what that was about. What that person did was they went on YouTube, found the video, they gave a description of this unit and just stuck it attached to their auction. It's still this is me playing this, and this is what you get. And that's fine, providing that you let in the description say the video shows actually it shows the sounds that are on the sound card. So that video was useless to them and the potential buyer. So I had to ask them about the sound cards to clear that up, because I'm like, you got a video attached to this and you showing 2 sound cards, so do the sound cards come? No. Okay, it's like I'm like, okay, So I understood that's what they did without knowing that what they did don't really tie in with what they're selling. Because again, the video was showing people or a person demoing sound cards, not the internal sounds. So again, in the description, it tells me that they just won this, or someone gave it to them, somebody passed away and somebody gave it to them. So they know nothing about it. They're not musicians again, they're just selling something. So I said, okay, in light of that, because it said also make an offer. So in light of that, I'm like, okay, I'm going to make just a $10 off, just $10, because it was $75. I'm like, I want it for $65, and here is the reason why. It's obvious or apparent that you're not a musician. You cannot fully guarantee me that you tested this, because you did not test this. So there could be some problems with this that you don't know about, because if you were a keyboard player, you could say, yeah, I checked it out. All the sound patches are in there. And another thing that's really important is when I turn it on, I don't see replace battery soon, because that's a problem. When you see that, it's not a problem to buy it, the battery. It's not a problem to install it, because I think it costs like $20 on eBay. The problem is when you take that battery out, that data goes away. So unless you got it bagged up somewhere else and you can reload it, that's going to be a problem, And being a non-musician, you would know that. So I said, in light of you not testing this, and I don't know what I'm getting, but I'm going to take a chance. I'm going to offer you $65 plus $15 shipping and handling. So I put the bid out there, the offer. So the offer came back as a counter offer. I'm like, well, this is going to be interesting when I open up to read it. So they didn't have a problem with the $65. Well, it read like this. I'm going to pay $65 for it plus the $15 shipping and handling, which is what you suggested on the shipping and handling cost. So when I get the counter offer, $65 plus $25 shipping and handling. So what you did was just took that money that I was trying to get a savings on and stuck it onto the shipping. So in essence, it's the same price before the offer was entered. So all you did was just move the cost around to the back end, to the shipping, which to me was kind of I guess poor businessman like, so I said, you know what, and I declined. I said, all you did was just jack up the shipping and handling more. So I'm basically paying the same, where is the counter offer? So I said, I think I'm going to pass on this. And I did, because I'm like, first of all, you're not a musician. You posted a video that's misleading and confusing, and then you want to just shift money around, as opposed to, okay, I'll give you this for this amount, this set amount, this plus shipping equals this. Okay, we can do this instead of, no, you didn't give me a discount. You just moved the money around, But I'm beginning to see a whole lot of this as far as people selling stuff, not musicians, And you can't thoroughly test this if you're not qualified to test it, So I'm like, okay, I'm going to pass on that. And I seen another one on eBay. Apparently, I'm kind of at a loss for words, because even if you're not a musician, they're just some things that are common sense. Say, for instance, I'm selling a high-end camera, and I'm not a professional photographer, but I would be smart enough to say, okay, well, I'm going to take pictures of the front, the pictures of the back, and any other side angles that I think I need to, if you got little plugs sticking out the back because of the side or whatever. That would just make sense to do. Take a picture of every angle, regardless if you are prolific in this particular instrument or item or not. You know, but I seen on eBay a moment ago, somebody selling a guitar, just took a picture of the back. What about the front, and what about the neck, and what about the headstock? You know, take a picture of everything that you feel or would think that the potential buyer would like to see. You know, I had another guy posted a picture of a guitar. The guitar looked nice. It has professional custom graphics of Star Wars characters. I'm like, I want that. But he didn't show a picture of the headstock, which is not really extremely a big deal, but it's like, come on, man, you know, we want to see what's up there. So took a real blurry picture of the front, a pretty clear picture on the front of the back, and no headstock. And then asked him how was the action. So long story short, he was kind enough to send me pictures of the headstock. And I'm like, okay. Then he said, as far as the action, I think it's a tad bit high, and he showed it to me. It was really high. I was like, this guitar is going to need a setup and a shim. You know, you're not going to get that action down just messing with that bridge or messing with that truss rod. You're going to need a professional setup for this. I mean, the action was really high. It was like cheap guitar, $49 guitar in Walmart high, you know? So I said, okay, thank you for the pictures. I really appreciate it, and your honesty by saying, yeah, he said a tad bit high. No, that was really high. I mean, I'm looking at the pictures you sent me, really high. It needs a shim. That neck has to be adjusted, you know. But I'm going to sign off now. Like I said, I'm going to do a series of these because know what you're selling, and hopefully you have used what you're selling so you can give an honest description of what you're selling. You know, have you thoroughly tested it? You can if you're not qualified to do it, you know. So until next time, take care and thanks for watching.